more intuitive.
All right, well, we're following all of these developments, but it comes at a time when Hillary Clinton has built some leads, not necessarily in those early states of New Hampshire and Iowa, but in states like Nevada and South Carolina. So a lot of people are reading into this that ample amount of money that she has might be buffering her from some of the big problems that could be coming up in this campaign, and that if you are to be having problems, this is the time to be having them. Dagen joins us right now, as well as Charlie Gasparino and Basil Smikle. Basil, on that issue, do you think that timing is everything? That she might be stabilizing in the polls? I don't know about Joe Biden, whether he runs or not. This was the day we were supposed to find out. But that skipping an event like this one going on in New Hampshire, it's all about focus on the debate, drop the bloodletting that she's experienced, spend money wisely to cushion the blow, and she could be free and clear.
Well, there are two things in that. One, I think they are trying to spend money wisely this time around. I know that the campaign's been very particular about that. But, you know, I think Lenny made the point earlier, and I think he's right. Tomorrow is an extraordinarily important day. And it's not because she doesn't have anything to discuss. It's not because she's not going to be putting out sort of positive messages about what she can do as president. But the fact that I think you may have Bernie Sanders attacking her on policy, as Lenny said, and I think O'Malley attacking on process, which he's been doing all along. I don't think you'll see Hillary on the attack, actually.
What does that mean, process? Like,
well, what O'Malley's been saying is, and actually Bernie Sanders has been talking about this as well. They've been complaining that the DNC has only scheduled a certain number of debates before the early states. So I think you'll see that.
Half a dozen of them. So what are they whining about?
Well, you know, when you're you want that stage. I mean, you want that opportunity to go to push.
Although is that
points,
something that resonates with Democratic voters? There's not enough debates. You know, I think, you know, here's the thing. I think she's going to do really well tomorrow night. The expectations are that, you know, she's kind of wooden and stiff and she doesn't give a good speech. But she's a pretty tough cookie when questioned. And I think that's when you'll see her.
And good at counterpunching.
Yeah, good at counterpunching. And I think she will, my prediction, she will surprise and do very well. And again, barring a real major legal issue, which I'm not, you know, you could talk to 20 lawyers and get 20 different opinions on that email server stuff. She will be the Democratic nominee, and she will be tough for the Republicans.
Well, here's where her money makes a difference, right? She has a lot of it, and normally if you're the front runner and you're wounded, and Mitt Romney experienced that, it's good to have money in the bank to you know, absorb that and then to stabilize.
Well, she brought in $47.5 million in the second quarter, then fell down to $28 million according to early reports in the third, and that was neck and neck with Bernie Sanders. But guess where she's going? Hollywood for some fundraisers. She's going to hit Northern California and Silicon Valley, and then Rob Reiner is going to have a fundraiser for her. Christina Aguilera is going to have one.
She's even going to sing at that event.
So
Not
I don't
Hillary,
think.
Chris.
And by the way, the thing that's going to hurt and will hurt Bernie Sanders is Bernie Sanders has vowed not to accept super PAC money, and that is not something that Hillary Clinton has vowed to do. So she has that money behind her as well. I think that.
But he almost needed her in the
him.
latest quarter in smaller denominations, and yet
99% of the donations under $100.
You know, people forget that President Obama did a lot of fundraising with small denominations. Right. But I remember, I reported this at the time for a different network, that he had an interesting fundraiser back in 2007, which included the likes of Larry Fink at BlackRock, Paul Volcker was there, Dick Fuld, I believe, was there when he was running Lehman Brothers, Alan Schwartz.
The good old days.
The good old days with all these, before Wall Street blew up, they held a fundraiser. They gave him a lot of money. They raised a lot of money. That was the seed money for Barack Obama to build a bigger apparatus. Bernie Sanders doesn't have that, so he's not going to be.
Money, have a lot of money, though.
Money-wise, what will hurt Hillary Clinton is if Joe Biden starts to run. You already see people who have backed Hillary with their money. There were two major. Let me finish. There were two major LGBT activists who gave $25,000 each to Hillary's super PAC, and then they have now turned around and given. This is according to Politico.
That's a spot in Detroit.
Yeah, but
I know, but it's one major example of people who are willing to back Joe Biden.
So to go back to the original question and to her point, I don't think you'll see major defections in the way that you saw them in 2008, because you did see that a lot of defections of big donors and even small donors and and endorsers. I don't think you'll see that this time, because I do think she's developing, and that's what I think that the fundraising is for, a 50-state strategy, similar to Obama's strategy, going back to Howard Dean's strategy.
She developed.
And I think
Do you think that's a strategy that could absorb back-to-back losses in Iowa and New Hampshire?
I think it can, because you're planning, because remember, and this is not just her, this is
no one's ever done that.
Democrats and Republicans, remember what folks used to do. It was Iowa, New Hampshire, and really no plan after that.
Right.
And I think she's doing
I think that tomorrow night, watch how authentic Bernie Sanders might look standing on a stage with Hillary Clinton.
He's an authentic socialist.
Well, I don't think. Again, it's how stiff does she look compared to?
She's good at this stuff.
She's
very good at it.
Here's what I would say.
You know what helps her? That she's a woman, because you take punches at a woman.
But remember, she was ranked at one point one of the smartest attorneys in the country. She is an extraordinarily brilliant policy person, and I don't think she gets enough credit.
And let me tell you something. I don't have my ear to the ground on the West Coast. You know, the Hollywood people, what they're, who they would support. Would they ever support Biden? But I have my ear to the ground here on Wall Street, and it matters. Biden is barely a blip right now. Now, could he become something big? Yes, if Hillary's legal problems pick up.
Robert Wolf met with him.
Everybody meets.
Robert Wolf backing Hillary, but he met with Biden.
Robert Wolf is. Everybody meets with him. He's the vice president.
Got to meet with the vice president of the United States.
But there is no fundraising apparatus or movement towards Biden right now.
So to Dagen's point, there's no Christina Aguilera event that's going to be $10,000 a pop. There's not going to be a similar one with Elisa Koopoulos, the billionaire who was our ambassador to Hungary. That's going to be, I think, $7,500 a pop.
Neil, she's
Rob Reiner, $5,000.
She's been practicing this. She's been practicing this. Please, she's been practicing this for like 5 years.
My only point is money is everything.
If Biden says I'm running, it is going to be like chicks on DiCaprio.
Oh, come
in terms of the
on.
money that flows.
You're out of your mind if you really
No way.
He's going to look good from afar, but once in the race, far from good.
No.
Y'all are wrong. And you know why I'm right? Because I'm the woman.
We're going to be hearing a lot about Neil Kinnock if he gets in it, and I doubt he gets in it unless there's some
former British opposition leader whose speeches he's copied, right?
Someone say plagiarized.
I think Vice President Joe Biden, he gets in, tremendous candidate. I think it totally shakes it up. But I would be remiss if I did not say, and go back to the point, Barack Obama, in a great way, changed campaigns and elections forever. And I think what you're seeing from her from Hillary, that is a great 50-state strategy. So whatever
you will be the nominee of the Democratic Party before she is. She's not going to be the nominee.
First of all, thank you.
You're welcome.
But I don't think that's true.
Who's going to
You've also got more charisma. You're Basil, and she's charisma.
But who's going to be? But Neil, who's going to run? Somebody else?
I don't know.
So someone's going to walk in.
I think she's imploding, but
no, I don't think she's imploding. She's imploding.
No. Yeah, look at the fear in her eyes. Why isn't she in New Hampshire?
I don't see fear in her eyes.
She should be in New Hampshire today. What is it? No labels, labels for less. What the heck is it? It's something like that.
Who is that group, by the way? This is the first time.
John Huntsman and Joe Lieberman.
But
if your political talking points, solve problems, find a way to generate
both men.
25 million jobs.
And I've got some stereo instructions I'd like to read to you.
All right, guys, thank you all very, very much.